We're here today to recognise 11 exceptional individuals who've been recognised for their contribution, their voluntary contribution to sport. 15% of Irish adults volunteer in Irish sport every year, making it the single biggest driver of voluntary activity. If we were to put an economic value on that, if we were to pay the people who volunteer in Irish sport even the minimum wage, it's a economic contribution of somewhere between 350 and 500 million.
I always felt if the time came where I could give something back and play a similar role within my own club or my own county, I'd be very, very happy to do it. So John, my brother, is the manager of the local club, and he asked me to get involved and help out with the coaching of the team, and I was happy to do that because, as I said, there was loads of people that helped out in my playing career. So we're delighted, I guess, with the year we've had, and I guess we're a small parish, wouldn't have been blessed with success over the years. So to win our first North Championship in 2012 was a fabulous achievement, and for the players themselves and the effort they put in, they deserve huge credit.
The first time I came across Leigh was 2006 minor. He introduced me to the minors, and we had a successful year that year. We managed to win All Ireland, and then I suppose 2 or 3 years later I came across Leigh again in the senior when he introduced me to the senior panel, and thankfully enough we had a big success there as well. So we've had a big success together, and he's been a big part of my hurling career so far. He's given me opportunities at minor and senior, and I suppose I wouldn't be where I am today in my hurling career only for him.
It's just rewards that my dad Ollie is getting it today, because the club this year is actually celebrating their 40th year of running, and he was involved with setting it up initially, even while he was boxing, and has since gone on to produce many champions in the club. I think we've 25 different All Ireland champions, over 50 titles, and that's ranged right across from myself as senior, or from boys level right up to senior, to females who've come into the club recently, which is becoming ever more dominant within this country, thanks to Katie Taylor and the likes.
Boxing is just not about champions either. You'd have a young lad come in off the street. You might never make a boxer, but you could help him out socially wise, in life in general. Really, you have to be their friend, and I think boxing is absolutely brilliant for that, because you could have bankers' sons, or you could have a man that's not working. His son could come in, and everyone is important. Everyone is very important, not alone in our club, but in every boxing club in Ireland.
If you just looked at the London Olympics, they're considered one of the best Olympic Games ever, and for me it was down to the volunteers. The volunteers that both helped out at the Olympic Games, and you could see them going around in their purple t-shirts, and you didn't get a second's break, and they'd ask you, or could they help. But for me, I think, looking at sport, for the years I've been playing it has been the volunteers. I'm from Kilkenny, a hurling stronghold, and it's all volunteers work, and obviously Dad has, he's coached hurling clubs, soccer clubs, boxing clubs at home. He's been involved in all of it. He's helped out every club he can.
Shelagh been involved for over 6 years with the squad, and given countless hours. I don't think anybody could define how many hours, how much hard work, how much she's given, and really not even how much she's done away from the pitch, but what a great friend she is to us, nearly like a mother to us.
And probably will always be a volunteer with Irish hockey. I do. It's my love, and our sport nearly exists in the background with a lot of volunteers. So I'll still volunteer in the background in different roles.
I've just entered my 60th year involved. Everyone has been run by volunteers, and in recent years there's a lot of road races and these things, but they are mainly for charities, and the charities are run by volunteers. So people who make out that volunteers are not important are not at the races.
They all have their uniqueness in terms of, I suppose, their contribution to sport, and really they're outstanding examples of what sport is built on in the country. Volunteers, and it'll never be anything other than volunteers that'll support sport and build it up.